Okay, so this is a foldable, and so we're going to be taking notes in it for the next couple of days, so don't lose it. But right now we're only going to do the left side, the adding and subtracting. And mine doesn't look exactly like yours, but it's pretty easy to follow along with. So, let's see if it'll let me type. Okay, so number 1 is on the top on the adding side. And so step 1 when you're adding is to line up the decimal points. And then below that you see number 2. Step 2 is to fill in blank spaces with a 0. And then step 3, which is the last one in that box, step 4 is directly below it. But step 3 is add and subtract, left to right. And then we'll go ahead and do step 4. Step 4 is borrow / regroup when necessary. In this part, borrowing and regrouping when necessary only works when adding and subtracting. It doesn't work when you're multiplying or dividing. I don't know if you can see that very well. Whatever. All right, so now we have 2 examples. One's addition, one's subtraction. We have the adding one. So you line them up, line up the decimals, fill in any blank spaces with a 0, which we don't have blank spaces here. But then you add and subtract from left to right. Oh, sorry. Go back. You read left to right. You add and subtract right to left. Fix that in your notes so that it's correct. Okay, so right to left. 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. Now we have 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 would give you 15. Sorry, my writing's pretty sloppy. Okay, so you have to put the 1 up here and then drop the 5. Now, the next digit is this 8, but in between it, we have a decimal. So you have to carry your decimal down to the exact same spot, or else your answer will be incorrect. And then the last digits is the 8 and the 2, and now this 1. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11.518. Subtracting, line up the decimal points, fill blank spaces with zeros, and then add and subtract from right to left, borrow or regroup when necessary. So going from the top to the bottom, you cannot subtract 7 from 0. So you have to take and borrow from this 3 and make it a 2. And now you have 10. This is super sloppy. So 10 minus 7 is 3. And then now you have this 2. You can't take 9 from 2 either. So you, again, have to borrow from the 6 and make the 6 a 5. This 2 becomes 12. So now you have 12 minus 9, which is, again, 3. 5 minus 4 gives you 1. Now we're to our decimal, so drop the decimal down. Can't take 8 away from 5. So you would turn this 1 into a 0. Oh my gosh, you can't even read this. And then this 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 8 gives you 7. So this is pretty easy, and I'm pretty sure you did it in 5th grade, but that is how you add and subtract. So make sure your foldable is completely filled out, and then don't glue it in your notebook yet. Just tuck it in there, because we're going to have 2 more days of working with it, and so you don't want to have it be stuck in your notebook yet. But don't lose it, so tuck it in there, and then we'll get it out tomorrow.